Hey guys, so let's make some breakfast today. So today I'm making some home fries with vanilla French toast, scrambled eggs, and some sautéed Vienna sausages. Alright, so let's get started. So the first thing I'm doing is making my home fries. So I have 3 large potatoes. So I washed my potatoes and now I'm just cutting them up into some cubes. So when you're cutting the potatoes, you want to try to cut it in even sizes so that they will all cook at the same time. Okay, so cut up your potatoes into some cubes. I left my skin on. You can leave the skin on or take it off. I also roughly chop up half of a red onion and half of a regular yellow onion. All right, so I just cut it into like quarters, and you're gonna put that aside with some bell peppers. I used green bell peppers. You can mix the colors of the bell peppers and add some red or yellow bell peppers in there also, and I just roughly chop that up and set it aside with the onions. Okay, so these are the seasonings I'm going to be using to season the potatoes. Paprika, you can use smoked paprika, regular paprika. I'm also going to be using salt, black pepper, onion powder, and garlic powder. Alright, so now I'm taking my pot and I put it on the stove over medium heat. Next, I'm adding in some oil. You don't want to add too much oil. And then once the oil is hot, I'm gonna add in the potatoes. Okay, so now we're gonna season the potatoes. So I'm adding in the seasonings I just showed you: the onion powder, the garlic powder, the salt, and black pepper. And you guys can season your home fries to your liking, but I'll also list the measurements down below for you guys. Okay, so add all of the seasonings into the potatoes and then use a spoon to mix the seasonings with the potatoes. Make sure you mix it really well, and then you're gonna cover the pot and let it cook for about 5 to 8 minutes until the potatoes are soft. And every few minutes, I'm going to uncover the pot and give the potatoes a stir, making sure that they cook evenly all around and get that nice sear on each side. So it's been about 8 minutes, and I'm using a fork to test the potatoes by poking them to see if it's soft and if it's cooked, and it is. So now I'm gonna add in the chopped up onions and bell peppers. So just throw that into the pot and use your spoon to mix the peppers and onions with the potatoes. Mix it really well, and then you're gonna let this cook for about 3 to 5 more minutes so that the onion and peppers can cook. Also, you can taste the potatoes and see if you need to add any more seasonings. If you do, adjust your seasonings. And yeah, once the peppers is cooked to your liking and it's soft and the onions is cooked, your potatoes is soft, your seasonings is right, that's it for this recipe. That's how I make the home fries, and they're absolutely delicious. All right, let's move on to some yummy French toast. So get you a bowl, about a medium-sized bowl, and in that you're gonna add in some whole milk. Next, you're gonna add in 2 eggs, and to that I'm gonna add in some vanilla extract, some ground cinnamon, about a tablespoon of sugar, and then a dash of salt. Then you're gonna use a fork to whisk all of that together. So just mix it until it's very well blended. So to make my French toast today, I'm using brioche bread. Okay, so you can use that, or you can use Texas toast or any thick slice of bread. I've made French toast before using regular old sandwich loaf, and it worked perfectly fine. It's just not going to be as thick as if you use Texas toast or brioche bread. Okay, so get your bread and let's start to make the French toast. You're going to take the slices of bread and you're going to dip it into the mixture we just made. Make sure you coat both sides. Then get your pot and put it on medium heat and add a few tablespoons of butter. Make sure the bottom of the pan is fully coated with the butter. Then you're going to put the bread into the pan and then you're going to let it cook on each side until it's nice and golden brown, about 2 to 3 minutes. Okay, be sure to keep an eye on the pot because you don't want your toast to burn. So once it's nice and golden brown on both sides, don't forget to flip it. You're gonna take it out, and then the last step is to dress your French toast. So just put on your favorite toppings. Today I'm using strawberries and bananas. Sometimes I use blueberries, so you can use strawberries, blueberries, bananas. You can use powdered sugar, maple syrup. I'm also going to be using some maple syrup, whipped cream, whatever your favorite toppings are for French toast. Go ahead and dress up your toast. And that's it, you guys. That is how I make my French toast. This is a simple recipe on making it. So now I'm just gonna drizzle on some maple syrup and we're gonna move on to making our sausages. Okay, so I got my frying pan over medium heat, and to that I added a little bit of oil, and today I'm using red onion. You could use regular onion, and let that saute for about 2 to 3 minutes so that the onions can soften and caramelize just a little bit. Then I sliced up some Vienna sausages and added it to the pot, and you're gonna give that a stir and let it cook for about 3 to 4 minutes. Also, I added in a little bit of ketchup, mix that into the sausage and onions, and yeah, once it's cooked for about 3 minutes, just so that the flavors can all blend together, you're finished making your sauteed sausages. All right, you could sprinkle in some fresh parsley or dried parsley onto the sausages. You can even add more veggies to the sausages if you like, but today I kept it simple. For example, you could add garlic with the onions, you could add peppers, you could add cilantro, whatever you'd like to add. Okay, all right, so last but not least, we're gonna complete this big breakfast by making some scrambled eggs. So in a hot frying pan, I added a little bit of oil. You could use oil or butter. All right, so add in your oil, and then I'm gonna add in my beaten eggs. So I beat the eggs before I add it into the pot using a fork in a separate bowl, and then you add it into the oil, and then just use a spoon or a fork to scramble up the eggs. Once I add the eggs in the pot, I season it with a little bit of black pepper and salt, and that is it, guys. That is it for this delicious breakfast. It was so good. Everyone loved it. You can make this if you're making yummy breakfast for like your family, friends, if you want to have a brunch at your house. These are all great ideas to start off your brunch with. Okay, so thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you give it a try. If you do, leave me a comment down below, and I'll see you next time. Also, you could switch it up and add some bacon and sausage into the breakfast as well. Make it your own, guys. Bye.